Okay guys, coming at you with another workout, and this is the new gym that will be my headquarters, and I'm very happy about this. This is Balmain Fitness, and it's a gym that I've always known about, but never ever taken the plunge and started training here. But as you can see, it's loaded with equipment. It's got gains written all over it, and very happy to be continuing my training here. Just needed to freshen up, and was looking for a gym with great equipment. So and I think I found it. So anyway, today's workout was a back workout. I'm in the first stage of my depletion for the IFBB New South Wales titles on the 30th of October. So energy levels are not the best, but still looking to get a good workout in. And with my back workouts now, I like to start with hyperextensions, and I really like doing this at the moment. My lower back is probably a bit of a weak point. My glutes and my hamstrings and most of my posterior chain is a bit weak, so that's why I prioritize this movement. And as you can see, I'm using a full range of motion. So with when you're targeting lower back, you want the pad to be quite high. If I also do this on hamstring day, where I have it a bit lower, where there's more hamstring emphasis. There is a bit of hamstring and glutes in this, but mostly because of where I have the pad, it's lower back. So I'm really trying to roll out and roll forward at the start of the movement and stretch out, and initiating from the lower back, going all the way up the spine. So you don't just stop parallel, you want to flex the whole spine from the lower back all the way up to your neck. So these muscles don't often get worked too much, so it is quite a different feeling at first, but once you get used to it, it's a great exercise. So moving on, I moved into some wide grip pull downs, focusing on the upper back. Normally my back workouts are targeting the lower lats, but today is more of a upper back sort of focused workout. So this is going to be hitting rear delts, lower traps, rhomboids, teres major, and all those muscles up top of the back. And as you might notice, what I'm trying to do is keep my pelvis stable, and a good way to do that is push your knees into the pad and flex your glutes and suck your abs in, and that ensures that you there's not much movement in your lower body, and you get a great feeling on the back. Then I superset it with pull downs. Basically here it's just what's happening at the armpit is the main thing. So getting a stretch at the top, and trying to keep that chest nice and high. It's not the best footage here, it's kind of out of camera, but just trying to bring those arms down and back in an arc type motion, finishing next to my hips. So that's a great exercise to start off with your lats. Then moving on to the high bench row. This is a fantastic exercise, and again what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my pelvis stable by squeezing my abductors and my glutes together, and then with my elbows I'm trying to pull towards my pelvis. So it's going to hit a lot of lats doing this way. And this is an real old school piece of equipment that Vince Gironda, who was back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, he actually trained a lot of champions from that era, and including Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this was one of his favorite exercises, and it's really a good one to take any sort of momentum out of your rowing. Moving on then to a close grip pull down, and this is a dual cable machine. I really love these machines, and so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring my elbows in as close to my body as possible, hitting the lower lats and getting a full range of motion. So as I go up, I turn my wrists out, and that's going to get that little bit more stretch on the lats, and then trying to bring it down as close as possible. As I start to fatigue, the elbows start to flare out a little bit more, but again, pushing my knees into the pad and keeping my glutes tight and abs tight to keep my pelvis stable. Then moving into some high rows, and this again is kind of targeting the lower traps and sort of upper back. And now I superset this with seated rows, so hitting different angles of the back. I'm not used to this exercise, but it's a really good one. Trying to get those, that mid back thickness, where I'm a little bit weak, especially through the rear delts. So the seated row is a little bit lower angle, but using a close grip, so targeting sort of the lower traps again. As I said, that's a little bit of an area where I'm weak and trying to work on at the moment. So with this, trying to get a full stretch, trying to stay as still as possible, but it's not always easy, and I was quite fatigued by this stage. So getting a full stretch and bringing the elbows back as far as possible, down and back as far as possible, and it's a great old school exercise. Then moving on, normally I finish with some deadlifts or T-bar rows. Today was T-bar rows with a wider grip, and this is basically just to get a good stretch, working the length and range of the back, and you're going to get a lot of hip and lower back involvement here. You want to keep your core nice and tight, and this is one that's really going to fatigue. So that was my workout for today, nice short and sharp as I was depleting. And here's just some photos of my back that I were taken at the shows that I've done already this year, and as you can see, I'm pretty happy with the development with my back this year so far. Still definitely needs some more work, definitely needs some more thickness and density and that sort of thing, but overall my physique just needs to keep getting bigger and just keep working at it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Here's just a few more shots of my back, and coming again soon with some more workouts and tips. So catch you guys soon.